What is up, everybody? To Reverse here today. Apparently, they have caught one of the biggest PlayStation fanboys on YouTube actually being honest about the state of PlayStation in 2023. The amazing Lucas is actually being honest about Sony having such a dry year for first-party content this year. I have been saying this for months now. At this point, that Sony has had a terrible 2023. But the media has not been really been talking about it. The Sony fanboys have not been talking about it. But it is so obvious. I mean, you only have like Forspoken, which released, which wasn't that great. It was very panned by the media and people in general. Then you had PSVR 2, which I'm pretty sure 8 or 9 out of 10 people don't even care about that, to be honest. And I think I'm probably being generous. It's probably like 9.5% of people just don't care about this. And I say 9.5, like how do you get a 0.5? Because when you probably ask like 9 people, it may be like maybe one person who might be like iffy, say, hey, I might buy the PSVR. So you get that 0.5% of people who are probably behind this thing just because they say, hey, I might want to buy it. So the vast majority of gamers don't want to buy this whole you gotta put goggles on your head to play and wag around a controller. People don't want to do that. Just want a TV screen and a controller to play video games. So PSVR 2 is what Sony mainly focuses on this year, and I think that most of their fan base just doesn't care about that peripheral whatsoever. And then you had the DLC for Horizon Forbidden West. Sony is really trying to push Horizon to be a thing, but I definitely don't care for the franchise, and I don't know if their fan base really cares about the franchise like that as much as they care about their other exclusive titles. So what else do they really have other this year? They have Final Fantasy XVI as a paid exclusive, which is a third-party game from Square Enix, which Sony paid them to keep it on their platform because their exclusive lineup is so dry this year. So you had that, and then the next big game is going to be Spider-Man 2, which this is going to be a great game. Don't get me wrong. I look forward to that game. Probably being a great game, but that's it. That is it for this entire year. So this year is really dry for PlayStation content. Whereas the fanboys clamor about PlayStation has such amazing content, but it's super dry this year, and nobody's talking about it. But I guess this guy finally admits it. So without further ado, let's play the clip.
When it comes to PlayStation, let's be honest here. I'm going to be honest. If you're a Sony pony, right, if you just ride for Sony just because, that's goofy to me. If you're an Xbox just because you like Xbox or whatever, that's goofy to me. That doesn't benefit me as a gamer. None of that does. But if we're looking at Sony...
At least he admits that shilling for these companies don't benefit you. Okay, he's starting to finally see the light here, it seems here, people.
They've been, I would say, a bit lackluster, especially this year. Let's check it out.
A bit lackluster? Okay, you're kind of underselling it. I thought he was actually saying the light, but he just says a bit? What about majorly lackluster this year?
We have as far as our exclusives. Forspoken. Where did that go? Okay, honestly, I was excited for the game up until they released the demo. And that's the funny part. It's crazy how a demo can really make or break your game. After I played the demo, I didn't order the game, and I actually had it pre-ordered.
Okay, I actually agree with that guy, because Forspoken I was iffy about, but once I played the demo, I'm like, I'm definitely not playing this game. It looks good. It feels like just trash to me, kind of. But I didn't go as far as pre-ordering the game, but I definitely had the same sentiment. Once they released that demo, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm not playing this game. Definitely not day one, so I agree with that guy on that one.
I pre-ordered Forspoken. I canceled my pre-order, because I was like, yo, this doesn't look fun. This doesn't look fun. I don't really care about the story. Like, it just looked boring and repetitive. I don't want to do that. When it comes to Spider-Man, Spider-Man looks mid. It is what it is. It does.
He just says Spider-Man just looked mid. Like, I'm not even that ruthless. I think Spider-Man looks okay, but I wouldn't say mid. Jeez. Man, these fanboys are mad. He's pissed. Rightfully so. It's like, he's being more harsh than I am about PlayStation. Jeez.
Does, and I love Spider-Man, and it pains me to say that, but it looks mid. What we've seen from the game is just a reskin of the old game. Jeez. That's really what it seems to be. Now, of course, we have to wait until Comic-Con, next Thursday. Hopefully they release a trailer, a story trailer, a gameplay trailer, something. They give us more, but off of what I've seen, as of right now, if I wasn't a hardcore Spider-Man fan, I wouldn't buy it. We get into...
Man... So that's their biggest game. He says it looks mid. That's literally the biggest game that comes out this year. He says it looks mid. He wouldn't even buy it. But I'm not that harsh. Like I'm at least gonna buy it day one because I love the Spider-Man stuff in general. But yeah, but you got one of the biggest PlayStation fans say that game just looks mid, like it's a DLC reskin. Not looking good.
To Final Fantasy XVI. I enjoy the game, but the game has crazy highs and even crazier lows. So it's like this, schizophrenic type of game, and the gameplay, it's intermittent. It's a long ass cutscene. Apparently, this is similar to Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm not buying a game for cutscenes. I'm buying a game to play the game.
Ain't that the Sony template though, where you look at long cutscenes and barely any gameplay in their games? That's how most of the games are already. So I don't know what he's complaining about now, but yeah, just saying that was crazy highs and crazy lows. Just the fact that you got to play that game in regular fidelity mode because performance mode is so trash. It's kind of like I didn't play it yet because of that reason. Like I'd rather get a discount if I'm playing 4K 30. I'd rather buy it with a discount at that point. But yeah, not a good look. He's definitely not sugarcoating anything, which is very interesting. He really just doesn't like PlayStation. Maybe this is a turning point.
And they pad it with a whole bunch of stupid errands that you have to do, and it's just like, yo, this is a heavily inflated game. If you took out all the fat, that would be a great game. If they removed all the fat from Final Fantasy 16, that would be a great game. 17, I believe. Excuse me, sorry. That would be 16. Yeah. That would be a great game.
Okay then. So he is not too happy with PlayStation's lineup this year, which once again, I've been saying it for months now, and it's like I guess Sony fanboys are actually coming to the light and the realization that PlayStation is very like disappointing for this year and like next year. This mainly because like at least Xbox, when they have their showcase, you at least know what you're looking forward to for this year and next year. Like they made it blatantly clear. But with Sony, I don't really know what I got to play on this PlayStation for this year and next year, to be honest. Like I know they got a Foam Stars, a bubble bath like shooting game that's right off of Splatoon. And what else really? Stellar Blade. I don't know when that game releases. That looks interesting. At least that's one. I think they got like a Ronin or a Samurai style game. I don't know when that releases. Wolverine is probably like 2025. That Star Wars game is probably dead at this point. That Knights of the Republic remake. We haven't heard from that game anytime soon. So I don't know what to look forward to on PlayStation, to be honest. Let's see. Hey, they call me everything but a child of God for telling them the truth. Xbox guys been saying it for the longest at this point. The PlayStation is pretty dry. I've been saying this. You are a bold-faced liar if you say PlayStation is eating good or has these imaginary bangers this year. The overhyping of PlayStation makes you look remedial at this point. Jeez, Xbox is smashing PlayStation right now in every regard. Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield, not Activision Blizzard King. Bruh, yeah, Xbox is on fire right now. Hopefully they keep that momentum going forward because Xbox is definitely in a good spot right now. For me, it's been 2+ years of mid with PS5. Let the healing begin. People are saying this can't be Lucas. I refuse to believe. What did he say? It's like he's like a scroll or something with that new TV show. Maybe he's been replaced by a scroll. Or maybe he's just seeing a light and being honest. I don't know. It was one thing I can give him credit for, the amazing Lucas. He's at least finally starting to wake up and realize they're pissing on him and telling him it's raining. Jeez. The fan base is not too happy. At least they're waking up. Yep, he slipped into a parallel dimension. Lucas being irrational. What the hell is going on? Is he jumping ship too? F this clown. No flip-floppers allowed. They want an Xbox. Cool. It's their cash. Want to join our conversation? Get the F out of here. Jeez. The only time this clown has made some sense. We've all been saying this stuff, but PlayStation fanboys start crying when we do. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's like if you're just a gamer, you look at the first party output from Sony. It's pretty obvious that it's been pretty lackluster this year. He's out of line, but he is right. Okay. Why'd you cut the last part? I don't know what part he's referring to. So, I don't know. Let's see. I definitely 100% approve the message. Even Lucas has admitted that everything I said was correct. All I offer is the truth. Okay. Look at Lucas, out of all people keeping it real in the Twitter streets, a rare W indeed. Okay. Hey, let's give this guy credit. He's actually doing what most people are scared or would not do, and that gives Sony the same kind of criticism people gave Xbox last year. Yes, Xbox got a lot of criticism for having a dry year in 2022, but people are not doing the same for Sony. Unlike this one guy, we have one guy who's actually admitted, but the rest of the gaming media and fanboys in general are not criticizing Sony as harshly as they did Xbox last year, which is very telling right there. Funny thing is, Xbox had a good year with people that you can't think anything else of AAA titles. Well, you know. Can't believe I'm about to say this, but Amazing Lucas has actually spin some facts here. Am I in an alternate reality? Is Lucas okay? Because when did he get a W so big? Might not be the real him. It might be a scroll in disguise as this guy at this point. This is a bait viewer's move. He will get right back to being a PlayStation stand once the clicks come in. Is that what he usually does? I don't know. I don't watch this guy's channel like that, so I don't know. He wants them to scoop up some publishers. I ain't even see the whole clip. I can tell what he is thinking. Apparently, this is one of Sony's gaming leaders. He tells it like it is with Sony games in a way that most feel. People keep saying that it's an alternate reality. They just can't believe what they're hearing. Okay. Is he finally seeing the light? Who knows? How long is this video? Yeah, this is already way too long. But I'm going to conclude it right here. It's just fascinating. This guy's just saying what people have been saying. But Xbox fans barely have been saying for the longest about Sony this year. That's been pretty dry. As somebody who owns both the platforms, Xbox and a PlayStation has been pretty dry for exclusive content. So hopefully they can change it. That's what the showcase was supposed to be for, so they can show you what you're looking forward to for this year and next year. But they didn't do that. They failed to deliver that. But so I guess hopefully more PlayStation guys see the light, that they should stop shilling for this company when they haven't really shown you anything to show for or to be happy about, really. But I don't know. I think Sony fanboys are going to remain Sony fanboys, but at least there's one who can tell you how it is at this point, being honest about PlayStation in this current year and their lack of first-party content. But definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.